experience I had on a dating site. There's this guy we spoke, and he actually said he's also interested in friendship. So we started talking and we really got along very well, and I gave him my number. Only later, like talking, he had already started dating. He had already started dating me, and I didn't know. Hey, and this guy is telling me that I should move in. Huh?
Love is a beautiful thing. Indeed, this is a sentiment we have had everywhere, and everyone is busy searching for love. Today we talk about love in dating in Germany. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, what's up, welcome back to my channel. It's so nice to see you here. It's so nice to have you on this channel. Thank you so much for your support. I want to talk about dating in Germany, dating apps, like all about dating, and whatever I'm going to share is the information that I have. Honestly, I must start by saying I'm a Christian, in case you didn't know. That's my Jesus. I love Jesus so much. And so that means for me, like, first things first, start off, I do not agree with most of the things that the world say. Before I came here, and also when I was at home and when I got here, yeah, it was a kind of a reality that here the social life is not the same as at home. That one I have to agree. But they said you cannot meet someone in person, like someone cannot hit on you, or like guys cannot talk to you. Yes, it's to some extent it's true, but I believe in not limiting ourselves into putting ourselves into this circle. I believe whatever God has planned, it's just that there are very high chances that guys don't speak to you here. Hence the dating sites, like being on dating sites, help a lot. So many people have met on dating sites, but we should not also subdue the fact that some people also met one-on-one and they just spoke. So whenever I would say this, my sisters would say would think I'm crazy, and they would also like make fun of me and just say, you know what, we are going to take a guy from home, like they were shambas. Like the village guys who are like really interior village guys and they will process everything for the passport and bring them to Germany so that I can marry them. They say that because I was telling them, yes, I'm on dating sites, but yes, I also believe someone can just meet their husband or wife. Like it will just happen the way God has orchestrated it. You can meet someone on the streets, in your house, when you're going out, for example, for barbecue, in these events, like literally you can meet someone anywhere. So I have to tell you that first, especially if you're Christian. Remember, we are not to conform by the world. I'm not saying you should not be on dating site. Be on them, but don't lock your mind that, you know what, I have to find my man on the dating site, especially those in Europe, and you've been told that, you know, in Europe you cannot meet someone, or guys cannot speak to you, you know, no one can approach you, you must be on dating site. Yeah, even friendships, you have to find friends online, but a couple of my friends, actually I've met them in church. So yes, like if you go out, if you do stuff, you will meet other people. Some I've met them in the Dutch course in school. I've met some of my friends that we hang out. So don't limit yourself on dating site and then you get frustrated if no one notices you, or if you don't find someone on the dating site. my own understanding of dating is getting to know someone you're hoping that you will marry without getting physical. It's like a friendship but with the intention of marriage. That's dating for me. Knowing the basics about someone, not physically, not sexually, or or arousing feelings or whatever, but it's going out with someone and trying to get to know more about this person that you are hoping that they will be your husband or your wife. I personally cannot date. If the main goal is not marriage, then I have no business with you. I have no business dating. That's why at the moment I just like put a pause on it. If I meet my husband, it's fine. If I don't meet him right now, like I don't have the pressure of I have to meet him. I joined a couple of them. I joined Badu, I joined Bumble. Bumble has two sides. There's the BFF side and there's the dating side. So I joined the dating side, but then I deleted the account and now I'm on the BFF side. The BFF is where you get friends. I haven't met anyone yet from Bumble BFF, but hopefully very soon I'll meet some of them. Yeah, so there's Bumble, there's Badu, there's Happen. Happen is the one that it detects like the location. If the person is on the app and you're also on the app and you're in the same area, they will tell you like you met this person maybe 3 times in this location. So yeah, Happy goes with location. I was on Okpid, Christian Mingle, and that's like the worst dating site I've ever been on. I don't even know, like, I'm sorry, Christian Mingle, and I don't know if you've met someone from Christian Mingle, maybe you can share the information, but from my experience it was like the worst dating site I've ever been on. And then there's Christ, that's for people in Europe, but also just specific countries, I think Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. But this one shocked me because here we know that, also it's the truth that most people are not believers, and for me as Doris, my standard is Jesus. So the first qualification, the first quality for me to be in a relationship with a man is they have to be born again. They have to love Jesus more than they love me. That's my standard, and that one I'm not intending on lowering. And that was also another problem, because you find that most people who say they are Christians here in Europe, they are just Christians by name. Like someone says they are Christian but they don't believe in the Bible. How is that possible? I mean, Christianity and Bible is the same, because these are the words of God and this is what we follow as Christians. Recently I found out about salt. Salt is specifically for Christian people, and well, I haven't managed to speak to anyone on salt yet, because I'm not very active also online dating. It's like, I don't know, I join and then I lose interest and I delete all of them. Oh yeah, and also Tinder. I was also on Tinder, but at the moment I deleted all my dating accounts and I'm only now on Salt alone. I actually don't remember the last time I was on Salt. You'll have to compromise, because most people in Europe are not born again, or they are not like Christian. As long as someone is a good person, you just like, you will change them. Honey, I do not believe in that. If you're Christian, what I will suggest to you is you can try Christ. Also Christ sucht Christ. My friend, on this website I was impressed. you know, this mentality that the European people are not Christians. Like, you cannot find European who are like Christian. My friend, I found these ones on Christ, like Christians searching for Christians. And this one is a friend of mine suggested to me, and I tried it. I was just on it like 3 times. Like I said, I have a problem of consistency on dating site, but yeah, it can work for you in case you're looking for dating, in case you want to get married. You can meet people there. The Christians searching for Christians, like, there are men who are on fire for God, and these are Europeans. And by Europeans, I'm not talking about black European. Whoa, I'm not talking about black Europeans, I'm talking about white people. Because for black people, or rather like people with African origin, let me just say black people in general, most of us have grown into religion. Like, you find people are Christian, Muslims and stuff, but 90%, I believe, like most of the black people are Christians. So they believe in God even if they were just born in a Christian family. So I mean, to find a black man who's on fire for God is not so surprising as if you find a white guy who is on fire for God. And I'm literally reading the profile of these guys, and my mind is just being blown away. I'm like, wow, God, this is a confirmation that I was not wrong. There are still men in Europe who love God, who, like, genuinely nothing else matters to them except Christ. And I did something. I prayed for these guys, the people I read on their profile, and I just saw this. You know, it's so hard to find someone who does not believe in God, or who is not on fire for God, to talk about God so publicly online. And these people on my profile, usually I make it clear I'm a Christian and my faith means so much to me. Yeah, so that when you come talking to me, you understand, like, whoever you're dealing with. I have principles, so when we get to talk and get to know each other, then you get to know more about me. But I have to make it clear that my faith is very important. And in other sites, I had never found someone who is like that. But on this Christ, I saw, like, men who, I believe, according to how they wrote their profile, they're even on fire for Christ more than me. And I was so thrilled. I was so impressed. I prayed. I thanked God, because for me, it was like God was speaking to me. You should not conform to the system of the world. You should not conform to the things that the world says. Just because people say there are no Christian men or Christian women who are on fire for God, where you live in US, I don't know, wherever you are, or you have to compromise some of your values just to get someone. No, man. Like, for me, God was telling me, honey, I got you, just wait. And God, you know what, put them more on fire for God, that the world will know. And I pray that they find good wives whom they will serve God together. Souls I've seen, there are men who are on fire for God. And in my church, my pastor, he's like on fire for God. And whenever I see him and how he loves his wife, I'm like, God, these are the kind of men we want. He's from UK, but they've lived here, I think, for 30 years or something. So yes, there are men who love Jesus and do not settle just for anything. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm starting to preach right now. I have a few people I know that met on dating sites and they are married right now. Some even met on Facebook. I know 2 of them who met on Facebook and they are actually Kenyans in Kenya. Like they met fellow Kenyans on Facebook and they are now married with a kid, each one of them. And the funny thing is they share the first name, the ladies. I know the ladies. I know some of the people who met on Tinder. One of my sister met on Tinder and they are married right now with her handsome husband. We did the wedding in January, but they had been living together. And then I know a friend of mine, she has her YouTube channel called Sharon and the Family. Her content is awesome. She also met her husband on Tinder and they are happily married with one beautiful daughter right now. And one of my sister met her husband on Badoo. Yeah, they met on Badoo. These people are straightforward. Like the European people would just tell you like exactly what they want. If they want to just have fun, like I'm talking about like making out and sex, they will just tell you, I'm here to have fun, nothing serious, I don't want anything serious. And honey, that's not what I'm looking for. They will just tell you like point blank, this is what I'm looking for, I don't want anything serious, and so you have to decide. This is actually one of the main things that made me do this video, is because actually guys approached me in Berlin. I was here in München. One guy came to me and he started talking to me. He was not like vibing me, telling me he wants me or something, but just talking to me, because here people don't talk to you. Even friendship, like I said, you have to go online, and so many people have locked their mind to that. Like we have limited ourselves into that, and then you get frustrated if you don't meet anyone online. I'm just here to give you hope that here you can still meet someone physically on the streets, wherever, like in the gardens, anywhere. I was lying on one of these benches just in the sun, and then this guy, he was a fine guy, not just I mean, you know, I have to say these things now. He was a fine guy, like really fine guy. So it's not like the ones that people would say, nah, because he was not fine, that's why he spoke to you. And he was just talking to me, and we had really a good conversation, and afterwards we all went our ways. And then I was in Berlin for the weekend, but then I was free for only 2 hours. The rest of the time I was busy. So I decided in these 2 hours, I decided to walk in Berlin and just see the Berlin city, because I was really looking forward to going to this Alexanderplatz. I don't know if I said it, I pronounced the right way, but yeah. And I was just walking randomly, enjoying Berlin. I love Berlin, actually. I would live there. Yeah. And so one guy is like, hi, how are you doing? Do you speak German or English? And I said, I speak both. And we started speaking in German. And he was just he was like, you look so beautiful. How are you? Where do you come from? Are you new here in Berlin? How long are you here? And I just told him I was just there for the weekend. It was Saturday and we were to travel back to München on Sunday, and I told him I'm actually going back to München on Sunday, and he was like, oh, too bad, because I thought maybe we could get to know each other over coffee and stuff like that. And then again I walked he was German also, and he was good looking, good height for me. I'm tall, from like 178 if not 180 now, because I came to Germany and I grew taller. I came from home when I was 173 or 175, and now I grew taller. I thought I stopped growing, but whew, look at me. Few minutes again, like I didn't even walk so far, and another guy again, he's from US, he spoke to me, and a few meters again, another guy. They're all looking good though. Another guy, he was like really tall, like the height I would love, definitely, like very tall. I think maybe he's 2 feet or something, and he was literally chasing me, and he was like, hi, how are you, you look so good. Well, he also asked if I speak German or English, and I told him, and he was like, you look so good, I just saw you and I was like, I have to talk to you. And yeah, also we didn't exchange contacts. For me, like, it was not even hitting me. I was enjoying Berlin, oh wow. And then it was like, for me, I felt like God is communicating to me and just telling me, you know what, honey, it's possible. Yes, people say it's not possible to approach you in real life, but God just showed me it's possible through these people who approached, including a brother from Congo. He was a very nice person. We are still very good friends, and he's been very helpful in my life here in Germany. He taught me how to use the U-Bahns and stuff like that. He's literally like someone that helps you to grow. But that one is just friendship. I was actually lost on the Hauptbahnhof, and he was like, alles gut. He doesn't speak English. He's from Congo. He only speaks French and Lingala, and that's how we started talking. But for me, it was not shocking, because come on, he's African. I mean, African men stopping you and even vibing you on spot, it's not a surprise. But for him, he was just concerned, like he wanted to make sure I'm okay. I was very brand new here. I think it was my first month, if not second. No, probably the second month in Germany, because I was so scared to go out. Anyway, that's a story for another day. I actually didn't think about relationship when these people spoke to me, when this guy spoke to me. I just thought, like, you know what, God is telling me, do not limit yourself on dating sites, you know, go out, have fun. If God decides that you will meet your husband out there, you will meet them. I do tell my friends, like, this is how crazy my faith is. I believe my husband can even come on the door, on my door. I know a couple whom they met in Oktoberfest, and it's so romantic because the husband, I actually know them very well. Maybe in future I'll talk about them. I was really curious, and I was asking her, like the wife, how did you guys meet? Because I was trying to understand this thing, this concept of, you know, in abroad you cannot meet someone in like physically and stuff like that, you know. But she told me actually her husband bribed the waiter to give them a place near her, and that's how they started talking, and that's how they went on their dates, and that's how they got married, and now they have 2 kids together. Fairy tale, right? Yes, it's possible. You just have to faith up, my darling. So just try whatever works for you. If dating sites don't work for you, do not pressure yourself. If dating site works for you, praise God. If it doesn't, praise God, you will meet your boo-boo, honey. Just be patient and wait on God. That's the most important. And while you wait, praise, worship, serve. Be found in a place of service. And this is mostly for Christian people. Yes, I have definitely had an experience, or rather experiences, on the dating sites, but I have only managed to meet one person in these dating sites, and we had a pretty good conversation, but we met as friends, and he knew like we were meeting as friends. He was a German, and I had never gone out with anyone, like any white guy. Yeah, so for me it was a new experience, like just getting to go out with this person who looks different, like, you know, physically and culturally. What am I even saying here? Like with a person with a different culture and different color. It was pretty interesting, and during this friendly date, we went in the English garden. It's like a very beautiful garden, and it's very famous, I think, in the entire world. If you come to München, you have to go to that garden. Everyone who comes to München has to go to that garden. So we were just talking, and he's asking about Kenya. I think I was also the first black person or rather black girl she's ever been on a date with. Yeah, so we are having this conversation. He was a gentleman. Actually, he was just genuine, like it was just genuine, getting to know each other and interacting with one another. But then something happened. I think he was really curious, and he knew he had no chance to like touch a black person's skin, if I must say that. And so I think we were like talking, and then it was something funny, and we were laughing, and then he touched me here. I was wearing a tattered jeans. My skin was showing here, and he touched me, and I gave him the African eye, like, huh? Was machst du? And he could tell that I was not comfortable with that. But to cut the long story short, after the meetup, we actually went MIA on each other. I don't know what happened. On my side, we had a good conversation, but for me it was not for dating, because first, he's not a Christian, but he's a good person. So for friendship, yeah, I would give it a shot, but not for dating. Experience I had on a dating site, there's this guy who spoke, and he actually said he's also interested in friendship. So we started talking, and we really got along very well, and I gave him my number only later. Like talking, he had already started dating he had already started dating me, and I didn't know. Hey, and this guy is telling me that I should move in. Huh? Yeah. I just told him I cannot, because he was saying like the long distance, he's in Bavaria, but another area, not München. So he was saying because of the long distance, he can be coming at my place, and I'll be going at his place, and we can move in. I'm like, whoa, bro, hold up, that's too fast, because we had not even spoken for a long time, and he was already thinking we are dating. But when we were speaking, we were on friendship level, like on just friendship. So I told him, no, I am a Christian. I do not believe in moving in before marriage. Like, we have to live together only after we are married, and that includes any physical intimacy. We have to get married before we get intimate. And then he said, then it's okay, like that can't work between us. And I said, okay, yeah, I respect his decision, and that's how we stopped talking. I've had actually quite experiences on just chatting with people on the site, and we are definitely totally different. Even those people that claim to be Christians, we are totally different, like our values. Yes, it's very important because this is where you get to know if this person is a good match for me, if we have anything in common at all, or like you get to really get deep into the issue, like is it just physical attraction or do we share values, do we, like, can it work, can we be together, you know? Joining dating site is an option because right now we live in a world of social media, and it's very important that you also try to put yourself out there. Go out, but not with the intention of being found, because the Bible says whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. That means we are not supposed to find, we are supposed to be found. So do not go out or to places with the intention of being found. Rather be just enjoy your singleness, you know, because being single is like the most precious moment of your life that you will never ever get again. You are single once you get married or once you start dating, your life is changed. You're now two people. Whatever decision you're making for two people. So yeah, I don't want to get so much into details on that one, but get on the dating sites, go out, meet with people. If it is in school, do not close yourself into a box. Be open-minded. Understand that you can meet your wife or husband anywhere. That's my mentality, because men shall not live by sight but by faith. That's the scripture that I will leave you with. That's what I will encourage you with. It does not matter what the world says. You should not live by sight but live by faith, especially for us who are Christians and are in Europe. It's like our matches, it's narrowed down because we are very specific about what we want, being that Jesus is our standard. So we are more limited, but do not limit yourself. Trust God, pray, do what you gotta do, like do your part and let God do the rest for you. Okay, the difference between Europe and Africa, or rather the brothers and well, the chocolate brothers and the vanilla brothers, the white brothers, is that our men are actually more bold. African men are bolder than European men, and I'm not sure if it is the environment or how they are raised or whatever. So even if an African guy comes to you and approaches you, it will not be surprising because we are used to them. Even at home, someone would just tell you you're looking good, like random people, random strangers on the road you're walking, and they will appreciate you. But these ones, they will stare at you. Well, because you're confident, you came from your house knowing you're looking good, you would think that they're looking at you because you're looking good, but they do not have the courage to come and tell you, girl, you're looking good, you know. That is definitely a difference that we need to understand. There are still those who have courage to come and talk to you. I felt like dating sites are very draining for me. Like you're talking and talking and talking, and I just don't have the consistency on dating sites. So like I said, I believe you can meet your husband anywhere. Just be wise, you know, ask God for wisdom, so that maybe you're supposed to meet him on the dating site, but then you're not doing that. So all these things call for wisdom. That's all I can say. Yeah, like ask God about everything. There are a couple of people whom we spoke and even planned the meeting, but when I prayed, the meeting never happened. So that's my experience on the dating site. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.